Greetings, folks. Dice Kitty here again. I have with me Mr. David Zuckerman, and he has a fantastic game to talk about today. But first, where are you from, and how did you get started in all this?
Well, we're from California. Got started doing board games by playing board games with a couple of friends, actually. And the question was floated, if you could make your own game, what kind of game would you make? And it was something that just kind of is like a worm that got into my brain. I was just thinking about it all night, all weekend, and I sat down and I made a prototype, which eventually became this.
That is awesome. So tell us a little bit about this. This is called Overlords of Infamy, correct?
Yes, that's
all right.
So in Overlords of Infamy, you're an evil overlord. You're trying to make everyone as miserable as possible by doing silly things. So you're going to do something like blanket the region in glitter, or make everyone's socks slightly damp, throttle internet speeds to 56K, build an earthquake generator, things like that.
That sounds awesome. That actually sounds like the perfect game for me. So now, who is this guy?
This is Waffles. Waffles is one of the playable evil overlords. I know, he looks super cute and adorable, and how could a corgi be evil? Trust me, he's the most evil one there is.
Oh, so this thing is super cute. If you guys didn't come to Origins, you're missing out on a ton. You guys are doing demos of this up here, right?
Oh, all day, every day.
Awesome. So back to the game a little bit.
Sure.
Give us a little rundown, just real quick, of gameplay and kind of how it works.
Well, in terms of mechanics, it's a worker placement, tile laying, resource management, area control, and quest completion game, all kind of rolled into one. I know it's a lot. It's not nearly as complicated as it sounds, but essentially you will be sending your lackeys out to harvest resources for you. Use these resources to complete your nefarious plots. As soon as you have all of the resources required to complete your nefarious plot, you read out the title in your best evil overlord voice, and as soon as your friends are done laughing at you, you get to move your infamy level up, draw a new plot, and keep going. Each of these plots are worth a certain amount of misery points, and at the end of the game, whoever has the most misery points is denounced the winner. But while you're trying to complete your plots, you also have to contend with the fact that there's an adventuring hero that's wandering around who's going to murder your lackeys and liberate the land that you've rightfully exploited. And then there's randomized world events that are going to come out. These could be really good for you, they could be really bad for you, or they could do nothing at all. But that's the timer of the game. So it's completely variable length. You can decide how many world events you want to play to. It's a 1 to 5 player game. In the 5-player game, one person actually plays as the adventuring hero.
Oh, that's cool. And so you can play this as a 1-player game.
You can.
That is fantastic. There are not that many solo games out there, or the ones that are out there, some of them aren't very good.
Well, when you're going to pay so much for a board game, but your friends can't come over when you're in the mood to play, you might as well be able to still take it out and have some fun.
Absolutely. So you mentioned he was a overlord that you could play as.
Yes.
Are there any differences between the overlords besides the aesthetic look?
Yes, so each of the overlords has their own special ability. They all play a little bit differently. There's 11 of them. And they also have an affinity for a particular type of resource. And what that means is when they collect that resource, they get 2 of it rather than the 1 that everybody else would normally get. And that's different for each person. And
so these are the resources?
Yes, they're all wooden pieces. They're all painted. Those aren't decals.
Those are cute. I'll get some better pictures later.
And one of the things that we really wanted to try to do with this game is make it accessible for everyone. So one of our features is that it's colorblind friendly. The different color meeples that are here are each different set of colors is actually a different shape, so you can tell them apart.
Oh, I see. Guys, I will definitely get pictures of these. We got the yellow one that's waving, and the red one's got both hands up like, hey.
We're picturing them all doing different dance moves.
Yeah.
I got one that's doing the wave.
That's awesome. Well, Mr. Zuckerman, thank you so much for giving me this interview. I appreciate your time. And
you're so welcome.
Boy, this guy here, look at this. How cute is this guy? This is who I would play as, regardless of abilities.
He's very popular.
Thank
you so much. Cheers.
Board out, game on.